You said you were single?
Oh, yes, honey.
Oh, you gotta talk.
Are you looking for a man or a woman?
Yes, I am single as a motherfucking Pringle. Been single for, a minute. I would say since 2020. Let me stop lying.
Do you want to be single?
You know, to be honest right now, I'm kind of on this journey trying to get my shit together. You understand what I'm saying? Because people so judgmental of you when you're in your 30s. You know what I mean? You should have your shit, a house on the hill and, Calabasas by now and, driving a sports car and all this or be married with kids. And it's like that life ain't for every woman. You know what I mean?
Do you not want children?
I want a husband, to be honest, more than I want children.
More than kids.
I want that partnership, that companionship, more than kids.
If
the kids happen, then okay.
Do you want to be in a partnership, or would you rather it be more like a husband and wife?
I want the husband title, the wife and husband
No,
title.
not the title. I meant like the role.
What do you mean? Do I want to be the wife?
So when I hear partnership, I think more like 50-50. We have an equal say. And when I hear husband and wife, like that means you submit to
you
your
still want to
husband.
work
like,
and everything.
Oh, well, see, because I'm a Virgo. I like to call shots. I'm not going to lie.
Okay,
I'm a little masculine, you know what I'm saying,
yeah.
in that department. So that's why I probably say partnership. I didn't even, that wasn't even conscious. That just came out.
In the U.S., though, that the way that marriage is structured is a business partnership. I think the way that the marriage is on the inside is very different from the legal structure of that.
I wouldn't mind, at this point, like I said, I'm very tired of working. So at this point, shit, if I could find a man that would just say, baby, you ain't got to work, and he want to go out and fuck who he want to fuck on the side and do what he want to do, shit, I'd be willing to just sit back and say, all right, as long as you giving me the black car and I could, get my hair done, nails done, everything did, and buy what I need to buy and better myself, and, just focus on, the home life, then shit, I might go for that. And sit back and shut the fuck up.
What's the point of having a husband and being in a committed relationship, though, if you're just going to let him go out and whoever he wants?
I'm taking it back to like the olden days, my grandmother's days and things where they had no choice but to sit down and shut the fuck up and let your man do what he do because you cannot go out and work. You have to just sit at home. We did all this fight for equal rights and now to the point where when I go on dates, guys don't want to date me if they feel like you don't have a good enough job. And that's fucking disrespectful. It's like, damn, you know what I mean? Like, maybe I'm still working on myself, getting my shit to that level. But guys nowadays, especially where I'm from in LA, they don't want to fuck with you if you ain't got your shit, like, together, like, have a really good job. And especially depending on your age, they're not dealing with you. They don't want to be with you if you on no OnlyFans. They don't want to be with you if you work in retail. They want a specific woman. And so, we kind of ourselves a little bit with all this equal rights shit. Yeah, I do like being able to make my own bread and do what I want to do and have a say-so, but at the same time, it's like, damn, we kind of set ourselves back because now guys don't even want to open the door for your ass. You know what I mean? So it's a lot with that going back and forth. It's like I'm on one side of it, but then the other side.
It's tough because it's like, in general, most women are not traditional women and we want traditional outcomes.
I feel like it's just a level of respect for the other person.
What do you mean?
Like, it doesn't matter what I do for work or it doesn't matter what the other person does for work. If you have a mutual respect for each other, like, I would want my man to open a car door for me, but, like, vice versa, like, I would take my man out to a nice meal once in a while. Like, I feel like it's just an equal amount of respect, and, like, I would like my man to get me flowers once in a while. Just like he would probably like, I don't know, like a massage once in a while.
It should be equal like that,
or to get like cooked food when he gets home or whatever. Just like, it's just respect. It's just
yeah, but I was talking about like the traditional outcome, like being a housewife. So only like roughly 20% of women get to do that. Get to stay home. And, so it's competitive. Like and the guys that want a housewife, like, I mean, you have to compete for them, and typically they don't pick girls with OnlyFans, corn stars. Like, that's just not what they pick.
But I don't want to be a typical housewife.
Well, I was only I don't know what you want. I was talking about what she said.
Right, because I said there's moments in my life where I'm like, fuck it, I'll do that, because dealing with being a woman and a black woman at that and dealing with this workforce, like I said, I'm from LA, so it's hell that I deal with on a day-to-day basis, and I'm sick of it. You know
but
what
it's like at 33, like you just can't be a traditional woman anymore. And I don't think you would claim to be, right? And it's like a lot of times, like, we want these traditional outcomes, but it's like, do we qualify? You know?
Right. That's very true. But it's like damned if you do, damned if you don't at some point.
But
you know what I mean?
With that attitude, I mean, like at that point, I mean, listening to everything you're saying, have you been realistic with the men that you're going for? Like you're saying, like the men that you're going on dates with, like your job isn't good enough, this isn't good enough. Have you ever like taken time to stop and be like, damn, maybe it is me and not these men? You know what I mean? Like it's.
And I have, and I tell people that I definitely have because I'm a Virgo, I'm an overthinker, and so I analyze every fucking thing. You know what I mean? And so I do be like, and that's why I just told her when she asked, "Are you like really looking?" And I'm like, you know what? No, Barbara,
Yeah.
you need to sit your ass down and get yourself together right now.
Well, maybe
because
LA
being
too.
real about it, you know what I mean? Maybe this is not the time. You know what I mean? For you to be trying to get it if you don't fully have your shit together. If that's what guys are going for now.
If you make it to 35 and you're not married, you only have like a 15, I think, %, 20% chance of ever getting married.
And that's what's
Also,
scary.
It's actually. Sorry, go ahead.
Sorry, the dating pool in LA is not the best
I
at
was
all.
gonna
Like
say.
the men,
You gotta get out of LA.
the men in LA are some of the worst men I've ever experienced in my entire life.
Thanks. Speak
they
on
are. They act like they want something serious and they want a real relationship and a real true loving partner. And when they get that, they go and turn around and they're like, oh, I have this already. And then they go and turn around and cheat.
Thank you.
I think
It's
the
because
LA.
it's because women go for a small percentage of men.
I don't
It's
think
like,
But
No,
that's
I've
all
dated
we do,
ugly
though,
ones.
because
I've
at the
dated
end
all
of the day,
short,
all I
fat.
care about is making sure that I'm loved. I'd rather have somebody who will commit to me and tell me that they love me and actually show me that they love me over someone who's Chris Brown.
Yeah,
I'd rather
exactly.
be loved than have somebody with status any day.
Yeah, I don't even
But
give
are
a
we
fuck
looking in
about
those
status.
places to
I've
find
dated
those men who
ugly,
will
fat,
give
short,
us
it don't
The
matter.
thing is, like, that's great for you, right? And I'm not talking about you guys individually, but there's no shortage of women trying to sleep with Chris Brown, trying to sleep with Drake,
Right.
trying to sleep with these entertainers, actors, high status
'cause they want the
celebrities.
bag.
That
Is
women,
living in a giant city,
that
though.
women will know for a fact will not be faithful to them.
It's
Right.
living in
They
the
know.
city. It's living in the city. It honestly is. The further away you get from a metropolitan area, the better your odds are going to be.
Ooh,
because
see.
it's the people in cities. There's so many people here. Your pool is so deep. You can just look at
Too
somebody,
much competition.
swipe left, swipe right. You can toss them aside. You can cheat
Yeah.
on. It's also really easy to disguise what you're doing if there's so many people around. To be perfectly honest.
Yeah,
with
because
you.
I feel like I used to feel the same way. I used to be like, oh my God, I hate dating in LA because
Yeah.
I'm from Alabama. Like, bumfuck,
Yep, there you go.
nowhere.
Right.
And
There
I
you
hated
go.
dating there. But like, then I came to LA and I was like, I hate dating in LA. And I was
Yeah.
like, well, where? I had to sit down and shut the fuck up and be like, well, where am I actually looking at dating?
Yeah.
And my guy now, who's like a blue collar job,
yeah, I
he's
was just
not.
saying, you want a lineman or a rig worker or
Yeah,
somebody. Yep.
they're great. We'll
Yep.
treat you. But a lot of people don't want to admit that those guys sometimes are the best people and the best prospects to date. We want the flashy stuff as much as we say we don't. Yes, the hell we do. And
Yeah,
we go
I
on
would
social
go-
media and say, if you don't have this, if you don't have this kind of money, if you don't fucking drive a Bugatti, you're not worth my time. So a lot of these guys, a lot of these normal guys that we complain aren't around, they're around. We just don't give a shit about them. And
I would go
we
to
don't
the
give them a
major
chance at
one
all.
in a
Metropolitan areas. If you move outside of a major metropolitan area and you live outside of like a medium-sized city, like 45 minutes outside of it, and you participate in life in that town, and you work somewhere where you do not work around the majority of the same gender, that's the biggest problem. I get a lot of people that are like nurses, teachers, social workers. They always talk about how they can't find anybody. They can't find anybody because they work with all women.
All women.
That's
all
the reason.
bitches. Yeah.
Also the
I
men
love those
in that-
types
That's the thing.
Yeah, well,
the
women,
thing.
My little
women
gay
choose
ass
those
loves
jobs.
that.
Women go into those jobs, and then we can't wait to get out of them because you get
Yeah.
into them and they suck.
I live
Well,
in
and the other issue is women find 80% of men as unattractive. Not okay, not meh. You find 80% of men you meet ugly.
But I've dated ugly ones. I tried to
dated
go
men that I
against the
don't-
grain
but
and date
typically-
ugly and
no,
still
but
got played,
like,
girl.
typically, typically
Sometimes
when
the ugly
women
ones be getting
no.
way too cocky,
Yeah, but that's why you
too.
need to work.
No,
That's why
no,
you need
but
to
Damn,
work.
I bagged
typically-
about it.
That's why you need to
typically-
work around men. If you're looking for a partner, if you're looking for a spouse, you need to work around men because you have to know the men in order to actually know if they're attractive to you. Yes, I
Why-
agree with what you're saying, but the thing is, women will care less about how attractive a man is if they are in close proximity to that man and they like him. Yes, that is how people get married. Most people meet at
I know,
work.
but I'm not talking
Yeah.
about like what's ideal. I'm talking about what is.
No,
right?
what I'm
And
talking about
and
what is
so,
most people meet
yeah,
at work.
Yeah, no, but no. Now the number one way is dating apps. It's not work anymore.
Oh, yeah.
I think
that's
dating
true.
apps personally are the dumbest thing created because personally for me, like I go on personality. At the end of the day, like yes, the first thing you see when you meet somebody is their looks, but like I've dated men that I haven't found conventionally attractive and they have been the sweetest human beings to me ever.
Was it because you knew them from something other than meeting them and like meeting them in a bar and being attracted to them?
Well, actually, so before I also bartended on the side when I was doing
I was bartender too.
when I was doing OnlyFans, it was in Austin. He was a DJ.
Oh, you worked together.
Yes. So he was more, well, we didn't work at the same bars, but it was like the industry. Austin's a very, very small nightlife industry.
Yeah.
So the person that I dated, he was not conventionally attractive at all. Overweight, just not my type that I would see at all. But his personality completely won me over.
How long were you with him?
We were together for, I mean, he died while we were talking, but it was a very amazing, we were friends before and then it just kind of switched into something more. But I think it was like, I knew him for a very long time. So I wouldn't say there was really a time of us like talking. But I think, that's why I think dating apps are like the dumbest thing ever.
I agree with you. I mean, if we meet someone on a dating app, like we only swipe right 5% of the time. So if you're meeting with someone online, like typically he's got a lot of women because again he's getting all of the likes.
I wouldn't even be here if it wasn't for the dating app. That's how I met Brian. If Brian hit me up, we swiped on each other. And he talking about, do you want to come on my show? I'm like, you ain't gonna ask me out first.
A lot of something that I think it really missed too. A lot of us here are content creators, and if a guy is doing well on a dating app, it's really because he can write sales copy, and that's a problem because it means that men who can write sales copy and know how to take photos that look a certain way are the ones that get chosen over and over, and those are the wrong ones.
I just want to say that when I'm on a dating app, I do read through what they put on that on the questions and stuff like that, because you can be the finest motherfucker in the room, and if I can't carry a conversation with you and you're not making me laugh or smile, it's over with. It's wraps. I'm not gonna talk to you.
The guys you're gonna match with are the ones that know what to say.
Yeah, they're optimized. Yeah. They're literally.
I don't know because I've seen a lot of really cute motherfuckers on there saying
don't know what to say,
saying some dumb.
But again, you're only swiping right 5% of the time. 5%.
And you have to remember on a dating app too, women are the product, right? Women are the product. The men are the customers on a dating app. Women are the product. I mean, they're selling us
on some of them. Sorry to interrupt. Not on all of them.
Yeah, like Bumble and Hinge.
Yeah,
right?
some of them.
The rest of them.
Yeah,
you're the product.
I don't think most people really use Tinder as much anymore. I think it's at least in LA, it's mainly Bumble and Hinge, and then the celebrity one, I guess.
That's because most people in LA be crazy as hell and got banned off Tinder already.
LA dating really is like the guys are scared to get used for their money and the women are scared to get used for their pussy. That's really what it is. So it's just like we can't win.